Neos is a content management system that combines the flexibility of enterprise content management systems with the ease of use of specialized systems such as WordPress. Its level of flexibility and non-intimidating backend make it the perfect general-purpose content management system for all types of clients, small and big. Hi, I'm Johannes, and welcome to Neos Made Easy. First of all, let's talk about systems requirements. You need a web server such as Apache or Nginx, PHP 7.2 or higher, and some kind of database. Most database systems such as MySQL and Postgres are supported. Neos uses Composer, a package manager that is used to fetch all of the third-party code that is required to run the content management system. If you don't already have Composer installed, this is a quick introduction on how to install Composer. First, you need to fetch the installer, and then you need to move the resulting file into your path. Now we have installed Composer. Now, without further ado, let's get started. Composer's create project command can be used to create a new project based on a base package. In this case, we have to create a new project based on the base package neos/neos-base-distribution. And we will call our project neos-made-easy. Now Composer will run off and fetch all of the code required to run Neos. You can ignore the yellow warning banners for the first couple of packages. Those are there because Neos is not completely installed yet and cannot handle the new packages that are installed. This will resolve itself eventually. Now that Composer has fetched all of our packages, let's set up Neos. Neos ships with its own web server, which we can use for setup. To use it, we run php flow server:run. Now notice that I have multiple PHP versions installed, so in this case I need to specify which PHP version I want to use. If you run into similar errors as me right now, you probably have multiple PHP versions installed, or your PHP binary is in a non-standard path. To resolve this issue, we can create a configuration/settings.yaml file and specify the exact path to our PHP version. After we have done that, we also have to clear the cache, and now the server starts correctly. At this point, we switch over to our browser and open the URL outlined in the output. So this is 127.0.0.1:8081 for me. Neos will guide us through a setup process, which begins by creating a new temporary password in the folder data/setup_password.txt. If we access that file, we can see our temporary password is the following. Let's just copy this and paste it into the password box, and we're off. In the first step, system requirements are checked. Neos supports 3 different ways of processing images. There's the native PHP GD extension, there is Graphics Magic, and there is Image Magic. While Image Magic and Graphics Magic usually are faster, GD is sufficient for local development. Let's hit next. In the second step, we can set up our database. I can now enter my credentials, and down here, select a database. Now I don't have a database yet, so I select New Database and create a new database called neos-made-easy. Let's click Next. Transitioning from step 2 to step 3 will take a second, because Neos will now create all of the database tables required. Now we create a new user for the backend. We need first and last name, we need a username which is admin, and we will just use the password for now. Now remember, using admin and password is okay for a development context. Please do not use admin and password for a production context. Let's create a new site package. A site package in Neos defines the content and the templates required to render the website. In this case, I will create a new site package called j6s.neos-made-easy, and we will use the domain neos-made-easy.local. This is a local development domain. When deploying to a live or production context, we can easily change this domain in the configuration files, but we will deal with that later. Let's click Next. At this point, the Neos setup is completed. We can now visit the front end, which is uneventful since it's empty, or we can go to the back end. Here we can log in with our newly created admin and password account and just discover what the backend looks like. Our empty page ships with a single content collection. A content collection in Neos is an area where all kinds of data can be added. In this instance, let's just add a text. We'll use Neos made easy right here, and maybe make this part bold. You may have noticed that our changes are saved automatically. We only need to hit the publish button in order to make our changes visible to visitors. If we do that, and now open our front end again, we'll see the text that we just added. Let's go ahead and add an image. To do that, we will use the plus symbol, select image, and then select the file we want to upload. If we now hit publish, we can see our changes in the front end. Congratulations, we have just set up our first Neos instance. In the next videos, we will have a closer look at the files generated by the Neos installer and begin implementing our own website template.